Welcome everybody to Enliven Wellness. So I am pumped to be here. I just love giving you these videos and helping you get better from all different kinds of ailments. So really quick, I just want to say thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and again, let's keep the comments chill. I want this whole place to be a space of healing. You can disagree with me, but do it in a kind way. Okay, so a question that I get all the time is, what if I can't move? Like, I can't move. And I say, you know, in reality, if you can't get out of your moldy environment, you're only gonna get so far. That's just the downright dirty truth. And I wish I could say differently, but you have to eventually get out of that environment. Now, but I've got 5 things that you can do to kind of mitigate the problem while you're looking for a place or while you're saving, while you're doing whatever you need to do. I can tell you from experience that, you know, it's hard to think about moving and getting rid of all your stuff, but it's so worth it. You're going to have to eventually do it if you really want to get better, but it is worth it. When I saw the junk trucks, I literally got rid of 80% of the things I owned, and I've never felt so free. Like, it's amazing. So with that being said, what is number 1? Okay, number 1, you need to get an air purifier. Okay, now some people will say like, oh, I've got an air purifier and a HEPA thing. Doesn't work. Let me take you on a little journey into my bedroom. Ooh, we're going into my bedroom. But this is my love. The IQ Air. Check this puppy out. It is a badass. It is the air purifier that you're eventually going to get. Let's get a little nice round shot. It's awesome. So that is online. If you type in IQ Air, it will pop up. It's expensive. I'm going to tell you, like, it's expensive, but it's something that you will literally have forever. And their customer service is great. They have awesome payment plans too. So don't let the price freak you out when you see it up front. Just know that there's payment options, different kinds of things, but that's like number 1. You've got to clean out the air, and that filters mold. So this is a one that's recommended by my professors, by experts in the field. IQ Air. All right, number 2. Control the humidity. Why? Because mold grows as humidity goes up. You've got to keep the humidity below 30%, 30 or even 20% in your living space. I prefer super dry. I just deal with no humidity, and I take all different kinds of precautions to do that. Some things that you could do are turn on your air conditioning. That dehumidifies. You can get a dehumidifier. Don't run humidifiers. Duh. I used to all the time. I was like, Miss Humidity, I need humidity, because I live in Colorado and it's a fucking desert. But I've just dealt with it. I'm like, okay, you know, I'd rather have dry than, and I'll just take, you know, you can humidify from the inside out. It's a whole other video. But yeah, so you need to control the humidity. They've got humidistats, like humidity gauges that you can install in your house to make sure that the humidity is staying below a certain percentage. That goes for things like when you're showering, turn on the fan. Or right when you get out, open the doors, open the windows. I personally spray my shower down with hydrogen peroxide every time I shower. Just in case, I'm just paranoid like that. Hydrogen peroxide is going to become your best friend if you're dealing with mold. It's amazing. I buy it in bulk. So, okay. So, number 3. Go on a low mold diet. What the hell is that? You might be wondering. Well, a low mold diet is pretty contrary to some of the things that you might hear. You've got to come off of the fermented foods. What? Everyone's all about fermented foods, everything fermented, like ferment everything. And yeah, it's good, but we, again, like, so typical of Americans. It's like, oh, a little bit of fermentation is good, so let's eat all the fermented foods and eat them all the time and For us dealing and coming out of mold toxicity, bad news bears. Why? Because they're moldy. Okay, so you need to come off of the fermented foods for your period of time. Also, no canned food. This goes for, I used to love sardines. Every time I ate them, I got heart palpitations. Why? Mold. Okay, so things like leftovers, no more than 2 or 3 days. No more than 2 or 3 days. No more than 2 or 3 days. I'm saying that to myself because I used to food prep all of my stuff for a week, and by like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was like, when I would eat them. And it turns out it's because it was left over too long. So now I just do 2 food preps. I make time. Feeling good to me is worth it. So other things on the low mold diet. Frozen meat. Sounds contrary. No, you want to make sure you get frozen meat. Why? Because it's fresh and then they freeze it. There's less chance of mold, histamine being produced, everything. No condiments, so no ketchups, mustards, those kinds of things. So you've got to come on a low mold diet. All right. Number 4, you can balm that shit. So what does that mean? Well, I personally have a mold guy who's kind of my right-hand man now, and he has these things called balms, where he'll actually go in and fumigate like the interior of any space with silver and hydrogen peroxide. So there's no chemicals that are used. And that will kill live mold spores. That doesn't kill or take care of where they're coming from, but it does kill the ones that are in the air. I can't tell you how much of a difference that made for the 3 months that I lived in my moldy apartment. It was amazing. So I don't know, you don't have a guy there that's my guy, obviously, unless you live in Colorado. If you do, contact me and I'll let you know. But if not, then search for mold remediation companies and ask if they do a fumigation inside. Don't use chemicals, duh. You know, if they use things like thyme oil or silver or hydrogen peroxide, those are good. All right. What's the 5th and final thing? Get rid of plastics and porous things. Why? You're going to eventually have to get rid of all of them because that's where mold spores just hang out. So when I was redoing everything, when I was getting all new stuff, I got everything for my kitchen in stainless steel, ceramic, or glass. That is all. Like, you've got to get rid of the plastics. Like, I mean, again, even like BPA stuff, guys out there, you don't want to grow boobs, and girls, you don't want to start getting hair on your chest. Unless you're like wanting to do a transgender thing. Okay, I'm getting into, and I'm cool with that. Like, I'm totally LGBTQ friendly. So anyway, let's go on. You've got to get rid of plastics. Bad news bears for multiple different reasons, but they do suck in mold spores and they hold them. And they're bad. And I'll just release them. Making you feel like shit. Even more. So, these are some of the tips that I have for you if you cannot move out of your moldy environment. There's other things that you can do as well, but these are just 5 things. So if you'd like to know more, if you'd like to schedule a free 15-minute phone call with me, and then we can go from there. I've been doing that, and a lot of people have been reaching out, and it's been great. You reach out for a 15-minute free phone call, and then if you want to work more deeply with me, and like I can guide you through this journey of getting better, and that doesn't just have to be with mold. I'm getting my master's in integrative medicine, so I can walk you through all different kinds of healing modalities with educational background. So it's not just bro science. Anyway, all right, well, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope this helped, and if you feel like you can't, I'll help you learn that you can. I'm only a guide. The healing occurs within you. You have what it takes. You have what it takes to get better, and you will get better. Have a great day.